Good morning, beautiful people. Happy Monday. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. This is LoveBabz, LoveTalk. That's Harry Droz. Harry got some other stuff to do. I think Paul's back from vacation. Hey, Paul Beasley, if you tuned in, which I think you might be. It's going to be a great day today, Harry. I got some good stuff going on, but I had a great weekend. A very peaceful, quiet weekend, which I love. I enjoy a peaceful weekend. But I'll tell you what I did do Friday night. So we took the train into New York Friday, Harry, and we went to see Shakespeare in the Park, The Merry Wives. And then we had car service bring us back. Harry, I had such a good time. That theater play was so amazing. It was Shakespeare, but they adapted it for with the all black cast and with Africans, specifically Nigerians, and whoever else was in the mix. So it had drumming. It was just, I'm telling you, when Black people get their hands on Shakespeare, it comes alive. It just comes alive. We sat there at the end, Harry, thinking there was another show or wanting it to be another show. It was good. And the night was beautiful. It was warm. It was just beautiful. It was just so fun to be in New York. Although, Harry, you can tell New York is still not fully back. It's still very low key. Feels a little bit ghost townish. People were out though, because we had dinner out, but not in the numbers that you used to, not the streets weren't teeming with people the way it used to. So you could tell it was still a little, but it felt good to be in the city. It felt good to walk through Central Park. There was a lot of people in Central Park. I heard champagne bottles popping. People were celebrating and having a good time. So it was nice. It was really nice. Nice.
That's good. I hear there's a few things that are going to be coming, but now they're talking about maybe shutting everything down again over there.
I know.
So,
I know. These variants, Harry.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. Now the La Bamba variant is coming.
The who?
The Lambda, but
Lambda.
Whatever.
Like La Bamba. Like we getting away from the Greek letters now.
La Bamba. So it's crazy.
Well, Harry, you know what? We're gonna learn. You know what I mean? We're just gonna learn. That's all I can say. We're just gonna learn, Harry, because I don't know what else to say. I saw a woman on the news last night. She and her whole family got COVID, and she survived it. Some of her family members didn't, and she said, "You know what? If I could go back in time." But here's the thing, people: you can't. She said she don't even know why she was that stupid. She's like, you know what? I would have saved my family some time, money, and grief if I would have just said I'm getting vaccinated. Anybody would have followed suit.
Yeah, this ain't.
She was still in the hospital.
This isn't a Cher song, right? If I could turn back time.
No, there's no turning back time.
I don't think so. Man, I just don't look. And I just keep reading stories. It's like, you're right. People have to learn, right? But I don't want to learn anything. I got vaccinated. I don't want to be one of those breakthrough, COVID people who are vaccinated and get it. I'm gonna stay out of everybody's range right now.
I don't, Harry. I don't know what else to say. So all I'm gonna say is everybody will learn. That's just. What else is there? People are. Look at Louisiana. They got the highest number of cases in the country. 21,000 a day. They don't got that many people in that damn city, in that whole state.
So that means it's all the visitors. Everybody coming down. That's the thing. They're gonna put that travel ban again, where states ain't gonna let you in.
Yeah.
It's like, stop bringing it over here.
Yeah. 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 So, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I'm a little paranoid.
I'm not paranoid. I
am, because now, even people who are pretty close to, the vicinity of where I work and everything, and my son's job, people who are fully vaccinated, everybody's required to be vaccinated there, and some people got it. It's like, I just don't, it's not cool. I don't want to be one of those people, because if it hits me, Babz, I'm likely to get it harder than most.
I get it. I feel you, me too. But I'm not worried about it. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna mask up, stay out of group things, too much, and then I'll be all right. I feel confident.
I think the government should issue NASA spacesuits to everybody.
That's too expensive. Plus, you'll get people who will protest that.
I don't care. I won't. I think that'd be cool. Babz.
You're alone in that one, Harry. You think I have on a pretty dress today? You think I'm gonna cover that with a damn spacesuit? No.
See, that's the problem with some people. They gotta look good.
I don't have COVID, Harry. I'm vaccinated.
They gotta look good.
Well, whatever.
How you gonna see my outfit?
It's not coming to that yet. It's not coming to that. It's not coming to that.
That'll be the protest that really hits the streets, right? If I gotta cover up my outfit,
Yes. No. But we do what we have to do. But people will learn, Harry. They swear to God, they'll learn. They will learn. That's all right. I'm gonna make my peace with it. What I'm not gonna make my peace with is whether these people have been coming for Simone Biles. You know what? She don't owe nobody nothing for the Olympics. Nobody pays her salary. None of these people. And all these people that saying this, Harry, their fat asses are sitting home on their couches.
That's what I'm saying. If my remote falls from my couch, it's a hell of a time having to bend down, and get my remote from under the table. How am I going to talk about her?
God, Harry, that is hilarious. Or you do like I do, call one of them kids. Can you come get this remote?
That's right. As a matter of fact, last night, because I have a recliner right next to my side of the bed, because sometimes in the middle of the night I have to get up. It hurts more to lay down than anyway. I have a recliner right next to my bed. So I put my remote there. And in the middle of the night, when I turned over, I knocked down my TV remote, my sleep number bed remote. All the remotes that I put there just went. And Karen wakes up. She's like,
what are you doing?
Yeah, we're like, we're far removed from New York, but we're used to the gunshots at night. So it's like, what's going on? Karen gets up and it's like, the remotes. And she's like, just leave it. I'll pick it up in the morning. Because she knows I ain't going to get up and pick up no remotes. That's too dangerous for me.
Well, you don't need them in the middle of the night, right? So they just
No, I don't. Well, my sleep number remote, I do, because I'm constantly adjusting my position.
So the point you're making is you'll never be on nobody's parallel bars.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, and it gets comfortable for about 5 minutes, and I go. It took Karen a long time to be able to sleep through all of my movement.
Yeah, you'd have to be more quiet. I swear to God, I'd be like, listen.
Well, it's a split king.
Okay.
So my side, her side isn't moving when mine's is moving. but still she hears it, or she used to hear it. You know,
So what you're saying is you ain't doing no floor routines.
No way. No way. I in the morning I can't even bend over until I do 20 to 25 minutes of stretching.
Well, that's what I mean. So these people, well, you see the governor of Texas, the lieutenant governor, the deputy governor, whatever they got over there. He had to walk back his insult because the governor, because he came out and said he's a disgrace to America. And then he goes,
who said it?
The lieutenant governor or assistant governor, whatever he is in Texas. So he said, she's a disgrace. She's un-American. That other woman who played with a broken ankle, look at that. So the governor came out and said, are you out of your mind? Thank you, Ms. Babz, for showing us that athletes are not just for our pleasure, that they should take care of themselves, and we support them taking care of themselves, because too often they don't take care of themselves the way they should, because, you know. So he had to, and then his whole the constituents, Harry, got so mad at him, he had to come back on and clean up and said, you know what, I said some things that I have no knowledge about, and I should not have said them, and I'm taking it. I apologize. That kind of thing. See, so
I saw a former NFL player criticize her.
Yeah.
But I just figured he got hit in the head.
Yeah, he's in the head and stupid. So you know what? I'm like, because you wouldn't want nobody to say that. But then you know what? You don't want nobody to say y'all deserve money for your injuries, right? Because that's what y'all are fighting for now, right? So shut up. You know, these people are stupid. Like they don't even know. And listen, the Olympics is she gets to, you know, Harry, this is not Russia. She gets to walk off and say, you know what? I don't want to do this. Or China. You know, she don't live in those countries. It's from America where she could say, you know what? I don't want to do this. Listen, she's so good, Harry. They don't even know how to score her. They take points away from her because she does what nobody else could do. That's what they said. We've never seen this before, so we don't know how to score this. But if she was white, Harry, they'd make up a score fast. Because they would be like, oh my God, Marvel.
She's competing, right? She's competing in one of the events. She's coming back.
She said she might.
I think I saw this morning that she decided she's competing in the horse thing.
So she's like, let me show them better than I could tell them. But she don't got to show us nothing. If she set out the whole Olympics, which I would in Tokyo, because I don't know, Harry, I don't know how so they've got a state of emergency. So then they said it's going to be a double state of emergency or some old mess. I'm thinking, so there's layers to a state of emergency. So you can't say this. What else is there to do when you have a state of emergency? I don't understand these people. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I felt the same way. You remember when 9/11 happened, that they had the orange, yellow, or red, the
oh yeah
the different stages, and I'm like, wait a minute, am I supposed to treat it different if you just tell me if it's orange and not red? It's still, well, should I still keep my eyes open for orange, or how about yellow? Should I be like, well, am I a little bit in danger? Yeah, I won't pay attention to this. All of those things, the stages of critical mass is just insane. Just say, yeah, we're in danger, people. Yeah, COVID might kill you. It might kill you a lot. That's what they're saying. It's like, okay. It's like, what?
Just trying to understand, like, well, what else needs to happen if you already have a state of emergency? What's the rest of it? Because I'm just like, what now? Oh, they're expanding their state of emergency. I'm like, expanding it from what to what? I don't know what it is about this particular virus that got people stupid. I don't get it. I don't get it. Get it. I don't get it. So we know all those movies, Harry, when the viruses, science fiction movies we've seen, when the viruses happen and people rally together, is not true. That people don't rally together.
Yeah, I don't think so, right? So I mean,
I don't think so, Harry. I don't think.
if you look at right now, right, the government finally told us that there's stuff flying in the air that we have no capability of doing it. And yeah, we might have some vehicles that are off-Earth vehicles that crashed. Yeah, and yeah, we have these technologies that we're working on, but we're working on them just to make better weapons, right? We're not going to give you free energy. We're not going to give you a cleaner environment. No, we're going to use this technology to beat China and Russia.
Yeah, because that's all that matters.
That's it.
No.
I'm telling you, it's like, who was it? Oppenheimer who split the atom, who created the atomic bomb.
I know he was sitting at the crib like, I wish I wouldn't have given those mofos that info.
Yeah, he's like, I destroyed the world.
I should have just tore that up because I believed that they was going to use this for good and they did not. I'm like, here's a tip. Anytime they tell you they're going to use it for good, you better trust and believe they're not. I mean, every Marvel movie starts with that. That's why they're superheroes, because you can't trust man to do the right thing.
There has to be some truth in those movies.
Right? Has to be, Harry. Greed outweighs humanity.
Yeah. Greed and power.
People don't care. Everybody can be dead except for me and the people who work for me. Everybody else could die. I don't care.
Well, and you know, people, human beings, even those in power, right? That's not power is not enough. They're in search of absolute power. You know, they want to not just be powerful over some, but powerful over all, right? And that's the problem. And the same problem with governments, right? We could really, there's the major powers of the world hold hands and cure the world. Do we do that?
Nope.
That'd be too much. It's too much.
Who wants to live in a world, Harry, of joy and happiness and peace? That's no fun.
No. Oof.
Who wants that?
Yeah, because you know, I was watching how many trillions of dollars we've spent on the relief packages and everything, and we're still so far behind in helping anybody. Right? You have people who are going to get thrown out of their apartments right now.
I know, Harry. All that money for the why are these people? Why are these places in school governments, local governments holding on to this rent money? Why are they sitting on that? Pay these people so that people don't lose everything. And people are not like $20,000 behind in rent, Harry. It's like $5,000, $1,200. You know, small amounts of money. Catch people up for a year and be done with it.
We're at like 7 trillion spent in the COVID crisis. And I'm thinking, you know, stop sending people 1,200 here, 1,200 there. Trillions of dollars that that's why you're sending people to change. That's not going to change nobody's life. If you're gonna
get them out of their debt, right? Get them pay their rent and then pay their rent for the year, for the next year. Because that's how long it's gonna, it's gonna take a minute. So that they don't have to worry about that part.
And do it. Can we eliminate the bureaucracy of government when it comes to helping people? I mean, you want people to get thrown out on the street. Give people the money already, or give the landlords the money. I don't get it. I don't know. I mean, well, we know what government operates at a snail's pace, but you would figure they would cut through the bull when it comes to stuff like
Well,
this.
I tell you what, if Dr. Karen DuBose Walton didn't raise this here in New Haven, I don't know if this lackluster mayor would have done anything. Because she was like, this federal money is coming. What are you going to do with it? And then there was silence, right, from City Hall. Silence. And then the next thing you know, they started having these listening conversations, right, where, well, we want to hear from the people what they want to do. And I'm thinking to myself, what? You know the areas that are hard hit. You need to talk to people about that. Like, this is your opportunity to really do some extraordinary things. Do you take that opportunity? No. This is what I mean. These times call for extraordinary vision. Has none. So that's what annoys me so much, Harry, that this is a time where you could rise, not just be timid. Like, there's some money here. You could take care of rents, and you could stabilize people, right? Until they get their feet back on the ground. Because all the schools are not open. All the daycare centers are not open. So people are still struggling where they got to put their kids for childcare. Their jobs are not opening yet. Jobs are still trying to figure out, Harry, how to bring people back under these new conditions, right? So now they have to figure that out. How many people should we bring back? What does social distancing look like now? Okay, now everybody's got to wear a mask inside, vaccine or not. I mean, come on. We could do this, but it needs vision, an extraordinary vision at that.
Well, sometimes in the midst of a crisis, you have
fall down.
You have to stop and have a conversation.
I'm talking to the man in the mirror. Asking him to check. Oh no, not that talk.
No, well, yeah, that would be good, right? If the man in the mirror could smack you into some sense.
Oh yeah, I'm just, and I'm looking at these states, Harry, Florida, Louisiana, these southern states where their hospitals are overrun. They're telling people don't come here. So it's gonna look like India in a minute. It's gonna look like India. And
I think Florida and Louisiana broke records, right? On hospitalizations.
Yeah. I'm like, y'all know y'all ain't got hospitals like that. These people, them doctors will be like, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done.
I mean, and then the thing is it's not just the COVID people who are suffering, right? You're taking away all these resources from people with other illnesses that need doctors.
Yeah.
And so it's not just the COVID cases. You basically have to, like, the COVID numbers is one thing, but now you have to start adding the patients who doctors weren't able to get to because they were getting to COVID.
Yeah.
And whose fault is that? It's the people who just refuse to understand anything.
Yeah, so now people are rushing to get their COVID shots, but it's not enough. Yes, do that, but it's almost a little bit too late.
Do it. Don't wait till you're in a bed.
Well, because you can't get it if you're in the bed.
Yeah.
That's not how it works. People coming in sick, Harry. Okay, give me the COVID shot now. Listen, you already have COVID, baby. We can't do nothing for you, but put you on a ventilator and let you see if you can ride it out, see if you can survive it. If you can survive it, then 6 months later, we'll give you the COVID shot, because that's what it takes.
Yep.
And pray you don't get it again.
I have to dip out real quick. I'll be back.
All right. Dip out, Harry. Dip out. Dip out. It is Monday here in the Elm. The weather is going to be absolutely beautiful. It's one of the prettiest days. when I love when they said on the news, like today is going to be one of those great days, great beach day if you feel like going to the beach, good park day if you want to hang out at the park. Um, I'm having a press conference at 3 o'clock. Why? Well, I'll wait till Harry comes back so he can put it up on the screen. But I'm launching a fund. But let me tell you, this Black Philanthropy Month. Yes, August 1st kicks off Black Philanthropy Month. And what is Black Philanthropy Month? Oh, sway, you say? Did you know that Black people give more than anybody on the planet? That we give more money, buddy. So, Black Philanthropy Month is, let's see, I have some intel I wanted to, and it's global. It's a global, and it's celebrating 10 years. Black Philanthropy Month is celebrating 10 years. And it's actually kicking off today. So this works. This kicks off today around the world. Tomorrow, the US, the 4th, Brazil and the Caribbean. I don't know how they're going to do that in Brazil right now. They have so much unrest. August 5th, Africa and Canada, and August 31st, Reunity, the Pan-African Women Founders Summit. So a lot of good stuff is going on. I think I'm excited about Black Philanthropy Month. It's observed every August. It's a global celebration, and with concerted campaign to elevate African descent giving. So this was created by Dr. Jackie Bouvier Copeland and the Pan-African Women's Philanthropy Network, POPNet. So the Black Philanthropy Month launched in 2011 to commemorate the United Nations year and decade of people of African descent. In 2013, Valida Fullwood and Tracy Webb chronicled, both chroniclers of Black philanthropy joined Copeland as co-architects, collaborating the scale of the annual campaign and invite widespread public participation, expanding and evolving each year. So the BPM is characterized by a wave of high impact events, media stories, proclamations, and service projects online and in communities throughout August with local and global dimension. So I'm so pleased to be a part of this whole thing. And I didn't, it wasn't until when we were working on my fund that I was trying to figure out when to launch, because we were still in September, like mid-September, early September. And I was feeling a kind of way about it. And they were like, Black Philanthropy Month is in August, launch then. And it just, as soon as she said that, I was just like, I'm good. All right. So the theme this year is making tenacity. The theme for 2021 is tenacity, making equity real. Because this is the 10th anniversary of Black philanthropy, so the tenacity is highlighted. So I'm excited. I am very excited to be a part of this and to just be a part of this and launch my fund with the folks, with my peoples. So so there's universal funding guidelines that they've launched. The 10 new Black funding principles will promote racial equity, funding, post-COVID economic recovery for African descent people, a pledge for funders to sign, adopting the principles. So there's a lot going on. And as I said, I'm excited to be a part of it. So my fund is the Free Woman Fund, a fund to help women exiting prison. That's what it does. And I'm so happy to be talking about this. Have Harry put it up on this bit. But it's a fund to aid Black women exiting prison, returning to. So oftentimes, when women come out of prison, they have a lot of barriers. Black women, in particular, specifically, there's a lot of barriers, and oftentimes you don't have any money to do the things that you do, like take care of your personal hygiene issues, that kind of stuff. And if you get to go home, whatever home is, if there is a home, there's some barriers to that. So if you have to move in with people, you need some money. You just to have some money in your pocket to do the basic level things. There's a lot of organizations that will give you a bus pass, that will give you a grocery card, gift card, all kinds of things. But there's not too many that will help you take care of your day-to-day basic kind of things, that allow most of us to live with dignity and to walk the earth free. So I want to address that, because I understand that, after serving my time, I know how blessed I was with the people who had my back, took care of all my issues. My children were cared for. I didn't lose any. My car sat in my driveway. I mean, you know what I mean? Like I didn't have. My reentry was way more, well, way more peaceful. And I am not the norm, but I had a great deal of support and help. And oftentimes people don't have that. So this fund sort of stands in those gaps, in ways that somebody stood in the gaps for me. So this is why I'm doing this. So the goal is $50,000 this year, to raise $50,000. And I'm going to try to do this. Take this year. I won't give out any money until my 60th birthday, which is actually 2 years from now. But I want to spend this next year just raising as much money as I can. The goal is $50,000. I would love to exceed that if I could. Thank you, Harry, for putting up the Freed Woman Fund. So I'm having a press conference with Reverend Ursula Hughes today at 3 from my porch, because the porch is a cultural hub. Plus, it's nice to be home. So I'm launching this fund. So you can make donations. I've already raised some money. Thank you to the people that have contributed. I am so grateful. And they contributed even before the launch, right? I am so blessed and grateful and honored that people have faith and put some money in this fund to get me started. I just so appreciate that. So I'm gonna spend my time raising money, trying to do all the things. The press conference today, right here on the porch on Ivy Street, Cultural Hub, and a little bit of my story. It's a little bit of my story. Why I'm doing this. And I've been inspired by, my friend Jeff Grant and Tahiba Bain, who and Jackie Povari, who do all kinds of amazing things. So I support their efforts wholeheartedly because I believe in the work that they do. And so I've been thinking about something myself, as I've been low key working with women who have come out of prison. My attorney and friend has been very helpful, and Norm Pattis has, throughout these years, has introduced me to women who were about to go in, and that I talk to them and be of some support to them, and that's how I made some of these women friends. So I've been so blessed. So it got me thinking about what I could do. And so I knew I didn't want to just start a support group, because there are support groups out there. Jackie runs one. Jeff Grant runs a very successful call-in support group. So I didn't want to start infringe on that because they were already doing that. And I started thinking about where could I do the most good? Where could I lend my talents and efforts? And raising money, I don't know if I have a talent for it. I certainly will find out. I mean, I serve on enough boards where money is being raised, but this is personal. This is very, very personal. And I hope that I can, it's my goal to raise $1,000, and I hope I can, so that I can do something for these women the way that people have done for me. Uh, Simple as that. It's just that simple. So I'm looking forward. Today is the day, and to do it in Black Philanthropy Month it couldn't be sweeter. I mean, this couldn't be sweeter. So I'm excited. So that's what I'm doing, and then and from there we'll have fundraising events um, starting. I know I go into surgery in September for this right hip. The right Tina, the left Tina is done. The right Tina is getting done, and I'll have some recovery. I mean, I recovered very quickly from the first one, so hopefully, uh, the surgical gods are with me, and the rehabilitative gods are with me as I do this one, so that I could really hit the ground running with this fund. So I mean, we got some stuff coming up in hopefully this August before I go in. I'm gonna try to get one or two things in. We have a Facebook page, so go to the Facebook page, Freed Woman Fund, FWF, and you can make a donation online. I'm having gotta pick up my poster today, and it has a square so people can aim um, their phone to the square and make a donation that way. So there's all sorts of things, all the things, all the ways in which we can wrestle up some money. and I just want people uh I just want people to support this and to help support women. That's what I want. That's just to support particularly Black women as they come back uh, and are able to sort of do all the things that they do to come back and be productive citizens, however way that is. And I know people are like, oh, give people money, they might spend it on drugs or whatever. And and I know that's a very Hollywood concept, right? Like people just follow what they see on movies. Majority of women come out not interested in having a drug life, not interested in any of that stuff. What they're interested in is getting themselves together. If they have children, getting their children back. They have a housing issue, get housing, and to become gainfully employed. That's what's on their hearts and minds. Um, there's so many barriers to that. Sometimes will drive somebody back into a life that they were trying to get away from. Because go for what you know, and world is harsh, hard, uh, yeah, and and full of pitfalls. Uh, so I just want to do my part to sort of. So let me give you some stats, and these are stats from 2018, not old stats. There were approximately 219,000 incarcerated women as of November 2018. That's the highest population of inmates, growing women in prison. Um, and we're not just talking women, we're talking women and girls, right? So In 2019, we have 204,455. A little more than half in state prison, half in federal prison. A lot. You know, in 1980, we just had 26,378. Here we are at 200,405 women. The number is climbing, right? And there's about 885,000 women in probation. That's a lot. That's a lot. That is a lot. So, the imprisonment rate for African American women, 83 per 100,000, was over 1.7 times the rate of imprisonment for white, 48 per 100,000. Latinx women in prison at 1.3 times the rate of white women, 63 versus 48 per 100,000. And the rate of imprisonment for African American women has been declining since 2000, while the rate of imprisonment for white and Latino women increased. So between 2000 and 2019, the rate of imprisonment in state and federal prisons declined by 60% for Black women, while the rate of imprisonment for white women rose by 41%. So while we are on the decline, there's still too many. Still too many. And there's some Connecticut stats. Be able to pull it up. I have it. It's just looking at it on a little. So I can tell you, offense types for men and women in state prisons. Women in state prisons are more likely than men to be incarcerated for a drug or property offense. 26% of women in prison have been convicted of a drug offense, compared to 13% of men in prison. 24% of incarcerated women have been convicted of a property crime, compared to 16% among incarcerated. The proportion of imprisoned women convicted of a drug offense has increased from 12% in 1996 to 26%. And then incarcerated girls. Of the 43,580 youth in residential placements, 15%, 6,508, are girls. As with boys, girls are confined considerably less frequently than at the start of the century in 2001. 15,104 girls were confined in residence placement settings. And by 2017, that figure has been cut by more than half. So I'm doing this work because it's just too many women. And I'm speaking primarily women. So when they come out, they need a fighting chance so that we do not climb, that we do not see prison. Still the fastest group of women going to prison. So I'm just taking information from the sentencingproject.org. There's the prisonpolicy.org, so you can get information. Women's mass incarceration, the whole pie in 2015. So this is still relevant information. Yes. So women are disproportionately stuck in jails. And avoiding pretrial incarceration is uniquely challenging for women. The number of unconvicted women stuck in jail is surely not because courts are considering women to be a flight risk particularly when they are generally the primary caregivers of children. The far more likely answer is that incarcerated women who have lower incomes than incarcerated men have an even harder time affording money bail. And when the typical bail amount to a full year's income for women, when the typical bail amounts to a full year's income for a woman, no wonder that women are stuck in jail awaiting trial. Even once convicted, the system funnels women into jails. About a quarter of convicted incarcerated women are held in jails, compared to about 10% of all the people incarcerated with conviction. So what does that mean? So what does it mean that large numbers of women are held in jail for them and for their families? While stays in jail are generally shorter than stays in prison, jails make it harder to stay in touch with family than prisons do. Jail phone calls are 3 times as expensive. Calls from prison and other forms of communication are more restricted. Some jails don't even allow real letters, limiting mail to postcards. This is especially troubling considering that 80% of the women in are mothers. Most of them are primary caregivers for their children. Thus, children are particularly susceptible to the domino effect of burdens placed on incarcerated. So women in jails are also more likely to suffer from mental health problems and experience serious psychological distress than other women in prisons, men in other correctional settings. So long story short, we have a problem, and while there are good organizations trying to address those problems from the inside out and on the outside, I just want to lend my support to that effort, helping women have a fighting chance when they get out, and to remove some of the barriers of that. So anyway, today, 3:00 on my porch, I'm going to be launching this fund. I'm so delighted and so proud and so looking forward to all the things. So I've been thinking about this for quite some time. So the Freed Woman Fund, a fund to aid Black women exiting prison, returning to community. So donations can be made at www.mightycause.com/story/FWF/ So I want you to come forward it, or at least stand with me. And Orcella Hughes, who I had on a couple of weeks ago, Reverend Orcella Hughes, is going to stand with me this afternoon as we launch this fund. And I'm so delighted and be more delighted by this. It's just a big deal. And to do it under the Prosperity Foundation, which, if you don't know anything about the Prosperity Foundation, I had her on to talk about this. I had her on to talk about this Prosperity Foundation. I want to tell you a little bit about it. You can go to the tfct.org. Anyway, the Prosperity Foundation is a participatory philanthropic vehicle focused on improving the lives of Connecticut's African American communities. And how fitting to align myself with them during Black Philanthropy Month. Yay! So if you're thinking about starting a fund in your grandmother's name or somebody's name, or you want to donate to some funds, there's some start your own fund, there's some special projects, there's stuff that you can do, and they make it so easy. Like, they make it so easy. And they grant money to people. They grant money to people to do more work in community. So I want you to feel like can go there and give. The Girlfriends Inc. has a fund. Howard K. Hill has a fund. There's a scholarship funeral fund. The Mary Robinson Fund, the Prosperity Foundation General Fund, the Spirit of Hartford Barrack Fund. I mean, there's all kinds of funds, right? All of Black people for Black people. And the Kayama Movement Fund, I believe that's Michael Jefferson. Henry Sumner, y'all remember Henry Sumner with these hands? Tall, engaging brother, ran for mayor one time. Hannah Gray of the Prosperity Foundation Fund. So there's COVID Relief Fund for Black communities. Bishop Theodore Brooks and Lily Janice Brooks Community Servant Scholarship Fund, and Advancement of Haitian Culture Fund. So there's some funds for you, baby. They got some funds. And you know, listen, they're wonderful, wonderful people to work with. They will walk you through the whole process, And I just enjoyed my time working with them. They made it so easy. And shout out to my sister Robin, who created the whole look of the fund for me. I was so pleased by that. But my sister's always doing stuff for me. I so am grateful for her tech skills and talents, really. So yeah. So over this course of this August, I try my best to talk to people who are giving, Black philanthropy, Black philanthropists, maybe some of the folks from the fund. Try to just elevate the conversation around Black philanthropy. I mean, we know, according to the Pew Charitable Fund, Black people give more than anybody. More than anybody. And I mean, we just give, and I'm just grateful, know that, through our churches, through our clubs, our sororities, our fraternities, we do a lot of so I'm gonna find some more data about that, and share with y'all so that people have a real understanding. When we talk about what Black people do or don't do, country, a lot, done a lot, and still. So I just wanted to highlight that, and just say how proud I am. So in a minute, you're gonna hear the call letters, I think, Harry, right? If not, I'll just say them. You just, I'm ready for
Hi, this
it
is Babz
today.
Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.
Yay! The 10 o'clock hour. All right, so I'll move on from talking about my fund and talking about oh, what is going on? There's things going on. Let's see. Let me pull up the events so I can tell y'all what's happening, because it's still summer, right? It's summer, things are going on. Although COVID stuff is really a little bit of a drag, but all right. See. Oh. There's all kinds of stuff going on. And I get to the beach. Oh, I hear the parks are overrun though. I think people are so desperate to be outside. People are really utilizing these state parks and beaches, which is nice. But I don't think these places are prepared for the amount of people who are showing up. Because we've been locked down for 18 months, and now people are like, "Oh, I gotta get out," and getting out they are. So there's all kinds of good stuff. outdoor concerts. I'm telling you, when I went to being in the park, it was so good. Lord have mercy, it was so good. I kind of want a low key, but we have our own Shakespeare in the park, and Ife's niece is going to be in Shakespeare in the Park. We're going to it. I think we're going Saturday. Yeah, I think we're going Saturday. Gracie is in, and it's going to be at Egerton Park. So she's in the production because she's in Shakespeare summer camp. And so they've been rehearsing, and she's been enjoying it. So she makes her debut Saturday. We're gonna go see it. Or I'm sure, I think it debuts Friday, but we're gonna go see it Saturday. I think it runs Friday to Sunday or something. And so we're gonna go see it. So that's gonna be great. And I'm so delighted because I love these productions. And we have a wonderful Shakespearean troupe, Elm Shakespeare Company. They are wonderful. And let me tell you what the show is. I'm trying to pull it up. Boy, oh boy. Websites. Folks with their websites, they need update their website so people can see what they're doing. See. I don't know. Is this the youth festival? I think so. Let's see. 5 plays, 3 days. Did this already happen? No, it's happening. Oh no. This is for August 13th. Okay, Players Camp double feature. Pericles, the teen camp. They're doing Pericles. So let's see. I think the thing is oh. All right, I have to double check with eBay. I don't see it. Oh, I'm a little outdone because I don't know when it is. All right, I'll get back to you. But anyway, go to Elm Shakespeare, go to their website, and you can see the upcoming things. I know she's in Pericles. It says October 13th, 8 to 9:30. So I think that's the one she's in. And then the teen troupe is doing As You Like It, August 14th from 6 to 7:30. And then also Romeo and Juliet, August 14th, 8 to 9:30. So there's a lot of Shakespeare going on. These young people are bringing you the bard. I'm gonna tell you right now, they're bringing you the bard. And Egerton Park is such a beautiful park. It's a lovely, lovely park. When Brianna was a little kid, that's where she went to summer camp a couple of years. I think she went like 2 or 3 years. So, oh, thanks, Harry. Shakespeare in the Park. So we've got our own Shakespeare in the Park. Yay. So yes. And they got all the COVID instructions on how to behave when you go to the park, that kind of thing. So yeah, so she Gracie's in the teen camp. And they're doing their production. They're doing Pericles. And so and then it's on top of their Youth Shakespeare Festival, which runs August 13th to the 15th. And they've got a new Elizabethan portable playhouse. So yeah. Oh, they've got 2 camps. Yeah, good. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So she is in this camp, and from what I understand, I saw her yesterday. She's enjoying it. Great. She likes it so much that she wants to join the team troop. Team troop meets during the year. So that's what she wants to do. And I'm happy for her. Margot came through that program. And I'm telling you, I was in awe of these kids and their talent. And Shakespeare is no easy read. No easy read. So I'm going to sit back and enjoy and watch these young people take on the bard. And I'm going to cheer them on. If you haven't had a chance to get the Bloom, you should get the Bloom. Bloom is over there, sits right there on the corner of Edgewood and Central Avenue in Westville. I bought these vegan, Harry, these are this vegan salami. This one is a fig salami. It's dried Greek figs, pistachio, and cinnamon. This is really, really good. She let me try some in the store. So I bought them. Yummy. Plant-based. Dried Greek figs, smoked paprika, pepper. Yummy. So I might serve these today. Out today. Press. So one. Couple more bottles of something. Let people hang out and talk with me a bit more, but I'm very excited about that. But so anyway, Bloom is on the corner of Central and Edgewood. And if you've not gone there and met Alicia, she's just a wonderful force. And if you've not met her, I invite you to go over there and meet her and her husband. Alicia Crutchfield McLean. Lovely woman, beautiful woman, wonderful husband, charming daughter. And the space, she has transformed that space. Because that space used to be all kinds of things. But she has transformed it into a peaceful, Zen oasis that is just beautiful. Plants, they sell plants and flowers and teas and soaps and few clothing items. And they have a mocktail bar. And they're going to be selling sandwiches. And I mean, it's just a wonderful space. And you walk in there and it's just breathtaking. It's just, and then on the grounds, she's created oases where people could sit outside and have their tea or their mocktail. So all these wonderful things. So I just love it. Anytime I go in there, there's some new discovery. It's like a curio. It's like you walk in a curio box, curio cabinet when you walk in there. Everything is different. Everything is ever changing. So I'm going to try to have her on to talk to her about vision and how she sees this and what she wants to do, really, because it's such a beautiful place. So if you have not had a chance to get over there, really, get over there and take it all in. I popped into People's Get Ready book this weekend. I was there last weekend, and I picked up the sequel to The Children of Blood and Bone. This is The Children of Virtue and Vengeance. But I'm going to read this. I'm not going to get to this till the fall, probably. And I picked up my Marrakesh book by Marianne, who owns that beautiful hotel in Morocco. And it's a beautiful book on Marrakesh design, Moroccan design. And it's just, beautiful. It's a coffee table book, thick. And I'm planning to have my 60th birthday in Morocco at her hotel. That is my, I'm looking forward to that. So I've got to get the ball rolling for that. As soon as I get through this surgery, that's my first order of business. That because Morocco, 60th birthday, and I want to have my friends, whoever can come, gather, join me as I celebrate going into the 60th year. Who knew? 60, I'd be staring 60 in the face. But you know, I don't want to put the horse before the cart. So, or the cart before the horse. So I'm gonna start planning it and see what happens. Definitely going back to Paris next year rather. Definitely going back to Paris because I will have hips I can walk. I went to Paris 2 years ago. The hip was just beginning to really bad. And so I couldn't get around as much as I wanted to in Paris, the way that I wanted to. But I did. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I got around. And this was before the cane. Had I had the cane, I probably would have done very, very well. But I'd like to go back when I don't have those impediments. I can just stroll for hours on end on this, or Jardine, or just sit in the park underneath the Eiffel Tower and drink champagne like other French people. Stroll the cafes and bars. Yeah, that's what I like to do. I want to do that. Go back to the galleries. So that's the idea. That's the plan. We'll see. We'll see how we do. We'll see how COVID behaves. We get the world vaccinated back this time. So yeah. So anyway, it's early to be talking about my birthday. My birthday is May. I'm already forward into 2023, right? Already 2022. I'm already into 2020. So we'll see. Let's see. We'll get through it. But if you have presence of mind, get yourself to bloom. Very beautiful. And I think I'm gonna have some folks from Common Ground coming on too. Feast of the Fields is coming. If you've not gone to Feast of the Fields, this might be the year for you to go. Talk about being outside in a beautiful setting. Common Ground, urban farm school, middle of a city, is just stunning. And September is a beautiful time to be because things are still blooming. Start to feel the pull of fall, but the weather is still nice. And so I just want you to consider it. So it's coming up. I don't know if I'll give it to end this year. I still be. September seems to be the month where everybody's jumping off their stuff. The Caribbean, the Jamaican American Connection is having their gala in September at the Omni. That's the one time the Omni does Caribbean food. And they tell you something with them. At least they did years ago when I went and I was the MC. Had a good time. Had a very good time. So that's coming. So that really kicks off gala season because Jamaican American Connection, their scholarship awards gala. Arts and Ideas having their gala. I believe Shakespeare and the Elm City Shakespeare folks, Elm Shakespeare, having their gala. We've already had our gala. November, October. I think ours is in November. Arts Council. So, we're everybody's trying to move forward, listening and moving forward, listening and stepping forward, because God knows, I don't know what this, the way that we are all alarmed about this COVID stuff at the moment. I don't know. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see. We are planning on it. How about that? We are planning on it. That's what we're doing. We're planning on it. And we can get these people to get themselves vaccinated. All the better. Their own. Just hard. Anyway, see, let me look at the Wall Street. Look at the Washington Post on this fine Monday. This second day of the new month of August. Boy. Oh, see. I've been watching the Olympics. What did I watch? I watched this is the thing that kills me. I watch men's volleyball. Men's volleyball, they have on shirts, t-shirts, shorts, long shorts, t-shirts. I watch women volleyball, they got on string bikinis. They got on tops and bottoms. And I'm thinking, I don't blame them. I would protest too. And it's falling in that sand. They want to wear what the men wear. Shorts, shirt. All right. I'm with women. Women should decide what they want to wear. Women should decide that, not these people who think they should be in these scantily clad things. If they don't want to wear them, they should have alternatives to that. There might be some who want to wear it, but there might be others who want to I want to wear something else. So I'm just saying. So yeah, so I watched that. I watched the BMX, the bike stuff. I watched that. I'm telling you, there's some kids around here I think could go to the Olympics just by what I see on the street. I'm telling you, just by what I see on the street, these kids could go get gold. They could go get gold. I'm being for real. Just what I see on the streets, these kids could go get gold. I'm just saying. Just go in any hood and watch these kids ride these bikes, tricks and stunts that they do. They should be in Tokyo getting gold. Saying. So I watched the BMX thing, and then I watched this young girl. I guess she's a champion. Very good at this. And I watched her. Let's see, what else did I watch? I watched a little bit more water polo. Track and field started. I watched track and field. I watched. I watched that. I watched the mixed relays, which is powerful. Oh my God. And that is so powerful. So I did watch that. I think that was it. I think that was all I watched. I mean, the Olympics are still exciting. Even if there's nobody in the stands, just the players. Still exciting. Yeah. And everything, COVID is dominating everything. The weather has been just crazy. These floods, these fires. It's all right if you don't believe in climate. Whatever. Something. So let me see. Oh, back to the Olympics. So right now we are leading. We have 64 medals, 22 gold, 25 silver, 17 bronze. China is right behind us with 62. Russia, Olympic Committee. That just cracks me up that they can't play as Russia, but they're playing as Russia. Go figure. They got 50. Britain has 35. And Japan has 33. So, we're winning. We're doing a thing. I'm in agreement with a lot of people. Too much emphasis has been placed on the gold and not on the silver and the bronze. Those are great accomplishments if you get a silver and a bronze. Why are we treating this as if it's like less than? Like, are you kidding me? Like, you know how good you have to be to get the silver and bronze? Dang, like, people are skewed in their thinking. It's not. Silver and bronze is amazing. I mean, how many people can say they've been to the Olympics, number one, and number two, got a medal of any sort? So, because everybody is going, not going to get a medal. So I'm just saying. Just saying. So I've been paying attention. I've been enjoying that very much. Watching track and field and all the things. I wanted to catch the surfing because I've never seen surfing. I just seen the highlights of the surfing. So I like to that. I don't understand it. I was like, ooh, how do you stay on that board and not get wiped out? They do it. So yeah, I mean that the news is pretty much the Olympics and COVID. Oh my God. And then all these concerts. I think there's some rapper, some controversial comments. I think his name is The Baby. I think that's his name. Oh, this is when I need Sam Edelman. This is when I need Sam Hadelman on to school me on low level rappers. I don't know. But apparently he said some homophobic mess some concert and then he doubled down on it, meaning he won't back down. And so, when you got Elton John coming for you, when you got and Elton doesn't come for nobody, right? But when you start that homophobic stuff, get people all riled up, and then they want to go beat up gays and transgender people and all this other kind of mess, that's problematic. So, in his ignorance, and he is ignorant, because I caught some of his rants or whatever, and he's, I always, this is what I think. People who, because I don't understand his whole bringing up AIDS and all this other kind of stuff, and people who are gay, unless he himself is trying to deal with his own feelings of being gay. Because otherwise, I don't know how that comes up in conversation or in your concert. Like, if you're not gay, what the hell do you care about what gay people do? I don't. And gay people are people, so I don't understand what your. I don't understand your message. Like what are you saying? So, and you sound ridiculous. Like, people are people; they get to do what they want to do. That's the whole point of being in America. People can love who they want to love, see who they want to see, be who they want to be with. So you making these ridiculous comments and saying these things is insulting to people who have gay people in their family, who have gay children, who have, even the people in your audience, they have gay cousins and friends, and some of them might be gay, and you're making these comments, and you're insulting people who bought tickets to come see you do what you do, and then you double down on it. You don't want to apologize. So guess what happens? This is why people get a lesson. So now all your concert gigs are dropping you. You know why? Because they don't want that foolishness in their town or their city or in their arena or in their coliseums. They don't want that mess, right? Because we've come a long way. We've come a long way from the days of gay people having to hide and be afraid and be ashamed. We've come a long way, and we're not going back to that. So, so for you to incite that foolishness says that you're not prepared to be on anybody's stage. And so, listen, money screams. So when your pocketbooks get a little light, don't apologize and hope that your audience comes back. Hopes that it comes back. But I mean, this is ridiculous to in this day and age. And you want to have these kinds of comments? Like, what is wrong with you? And you sound like a fool. So anyway, the Lollapalooza people cancel him. And so people, yeah, people, you can ride with him all you want, but if the concert venues cancel him, you have to just play his music on download. So let him he didn't pull out, he got kicked out. And then he's making insulting statements about women. Like, boy, who raised you? Who raised you? Like, you're gonna you're not gonna be able to work. It's not gonna be able to work. And just gonna, yeah. And he feels justified. And you can say whatever you Here's the thing. Here's the thing. What I want people to understand. You have the right to say anything you want, except holler fire in a theater. You can't do that. And you can't harm people. But you can say whatever you want. But just know that saying what you want comes with consequences. Everything comes with consequences. So you have the freedom to say it, and people have the freedom to not buy your tickets to your shows or your little CDs or EPs or whatever the hell you put out. People don't. There's consequences to the thing. So while you are justified, you can say whatever you want. People will defend your right to stupid. That's America. We'll defend your right to being stupid. You can't. You have the freedom to be willfully and deliberately. That's your right. But just know there's consequences. There's layers to this thing. Layers. So your pockets will be light. Because these little venues ain't going to book you. There'll be some that'll book you because they like the controversy. But it won't be big venues. See? Because you know what'll happen? There'll be so many people out there protesting. Won't be enough inside buying tickets. And that's, my friend, is how you get canceled. That's the cancel culture. You canceling yourself by your willful and deliberate stupidity and ignorance. Willful and deliberate. So we'll see. And anybody that calls himself a grown-ass man, the baby, suspect. Suspect. Woo. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And listen, we done been down this road before. We done seen this before. Take a page from other people, from other rappers who've lost good steam. Yeah. Have consulting said I gave comments. I'm looking that up because you look it up and you'd be like, okay. So when Elton John comes for you.
It's a weird. I just read them. I read the comments. They're so weird and out of place, right? Because it's towards the end of his set.
It just makes no sense, Harry. I was like,
yeah.
What the hell is he talking about? Like, what?
It's just so weird and out of place and you have no idea what the hell was going on through his head. Now, I also read his apology.
Oh, he sent one? He did one?
Well, his apology was apologizing for being himself, just like you are yourself. So, kind of not one of those.
Oh, so it wasn't an apology.
One of those half-ass, sarcastic. I'm not really apologizing. I'm sorry, but not sorry.
When Elton John comes for you.
Well, we thought, way back like 20 years when Eminem came out and he started in his rhymes a lot of homophobic.
And he had to go and clean that up.
Yeah, and we thought that was it for Eminem, but then he befriended Elton, and I guess
got an education.
Yeah, I guess got an education and stuff like that. But this one, it's a different time. So you have to be very careful. Your words get blown up. Like, I mean, I don't know if that's what's his intention, but right now he's one of the big stars, or at least he was. So we'll see, but you got to be careful with those words, and don't.
But I don't understand. I don't understand why he felt.
Why comment?
I don't understand why he was. What was the cat like? I'm just not understanding, Harry.
It's
and then
weird.
The stuff he says about women. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Well,
but he is kind of stupid, though. You see,
He is a rapper, Babz. So when
Have
you
you
say
heard
what,
him though? He is a little on the stupid side.
yeah, but when you say what he says about women, that's kind of
Yeah, that's that's how they how they make their money.
that's kind of what they do these days. So and for some reason that's okay. But anyway.
Well, all the concert venues are dropping him. So.
Well, yeah, and he's gonna feel it. He's gonna feel
Yeah.
it.
Oh, Harry. Next week this time he's gonna offer a real apology.
Yeah,
and he's gonna go see Elton John.
Got to.
Because he's stupid. He sounds stupid too. Like I was like, boy, what?
The thing is, it was an unnecessary rant he went on. Instead of just saying, thank you for coming, see ya, he went on a crazy rant, which makes no sense.
And then he was like, I don't know who Questlove is. Who is Questlove? And right then and there, Harry, right then and there was a collective. Oh, you're an idiot.
He's just, he's young, Babz.
He's stupid.
I know that's not an excuse, but he's young.
Well, he's got kids, Harry. He's got kids.
There's still so much hate for people out there. Whether you're gay, black, Chinese, so that people are always looking to hate something in another person. That's just, if you just read Twitter for 10 minutes, you go, what the hell is wrong with people? What the hell is wrong with people? I don't know. There's just so much hate these days.
I see Dua Lipa. She had to be like, because I like that song, Levitating. That's a fun song. But she is like, listen, you don't speak for me. You're like, y'all, listen, I stand with the LGBTQ community. I ain't with this mofo. Be like, I ain't gonna sing that song no more. Damn it. You done ruined it. Listen, I'll find me another rapper to do that part. He's an idiot. I was like, this is too much in this day and age, Harry. Come on. To be homophobic in this day and age.
Well, I see T.I. defended him. So
T.I. is an idiot too.
Yeah.
He's a fool to talk about I had to check my daughter's virginity. Like, shut up. Like, you're stupid too. All these stupid people. Education is a powerful thing, Harry. And I don't mean just going to somebody's school. I mean just picking up a couple of books,
Well, the thing is that you don't have to be that educated to respect people.
But you don't have to be educated at all, Harry. That's what I mean. Read a couple of books, follow, hang around some people who don't act that way, and some of that'll rub off on you. You'll be like, oh, people are people. I should respect them. Wow.
T.I. said you got to let him live his truth, just like you're letting Lil Nas X live his truth.
That's very different. It's very different.
You can live your truth. I mean,
you can live your truth without insulting people, Harry.
Right, exactly.
I live my truth every day. I'm not coming out here talking about I hate long-haired women.
Well,
I'm not out here hating on skinny bitches, right? I'm not doing any of that.
Hold on. I'm hating on skinny bitches. No, I'm kidding. Damn it. How do you do it? How do you just eat all the time and not gain a pound? I hate all those people.
Harry, don't have them writing us.
Yeah, don't cancel me.
Don't cancel us, Harry. Don't have them cancel. I don't got no problems with them. Some of my best friends are skinny people.
That's right. My best friend is skinny.
Some of my best friends are skinny people, Harry. I'm just saying. I go to skinny events all the time. I have skinny people over to my house, Harry. I'm just saying.
My teacher was skinny.
Paul's like, I'm never going on vacation again, leaving these two fools. Is he even back yet? Have you heard from him? Well, we don't hear from him. We know he ain't back
actually, I heard from Paul yesterday.
Oh, you did? I did too, actually. But I didn't know he was on vacation, Harry. I sent him my press release, and he was like, oh, yeah. that's good. Wow, great, whatever. But I didn't know he was on vacation. I texted him, I was like, on vacation? I'm so sorry to be chatting up with you and you're on vacation.
Yeah,
Oh.
he has 2 shows this week, so
2 20-minute shows.
so he was checking with me, making sure I'm gonna be in the studio for him.
Was he talking to this? No, you never know.
I have it. He sent it to me, but
I know Harry's like, I can't commit that to memory.
nope.
I think I might have Dr. Brown on tomorrow. I've got somebody on tomorrow too, Harry. You know what? I'll tell you who I got on tomorrow. I gotta send you. Oh, Gorman Bashar for the New Haven Doc. The film festival is coming up. So he's my guest tomorrow, 10:15.
Wow, that still came up quick.
I know.
Wow.
Oh, and he sent me a link to a film that I watched that I'm gonna facilitate the talk back on. Like, whoa.
Yeah, I'm reading a lot of people are distancing themselves from him. So he's gonna feel it. He's gonna feel it.
Oh yeah, he's gonna feel it, Harry. When the pockets get light, the bank account gets light.
Yeah. I wonder if Sam Adam is gonna even listen to him anymore.
Oh, is he a fan?
So I don't know. I'm just
That's
figuring.
what I said. I need a conversation with Sam Adelman, so he could tell me about this because I don't really know this cat. So
I hear you say Hadelman, and I really don't care about mispronouncing Sam's name anymore. After he did that, have you ever heard of Sadie?
Oh. Although to his credit, Harry, that's if you just look at it on his first glance, you would say that.
Yeah, he told me every time I talk to him, I bring it up. He's like, "Are you ever gonna let me live it down?" I'm like, "No."
Okay, Harry, you gotta let people have some grace.
No, I'm not. No, because he likes to say how he is so educated in everything, in every music that he is. By the way, Sam knows a lot about everything.
So I don't know. So what?
But I got him. I was like, Sadie, huh? I was like,
that's like Andrew would be bet.
I was like, yeah, and I didn't correct that. I'm like, I'm gonna let you ask Babz. Ask Babz, please. Maybe she's heard of Sadie.
I was like, you mean Sade?
Poor guy.
My God. I don't know if he's listening to us, but he must not because he ain't text me. Like, I hear y'all. So it just cracks me up all the way. But that's all right. So yeah, the baby, that's his name, he'll feel it. Pockets a good light. He won't be able to go to no concerts, perform. He'll be relegated to like outside venues, parks and stuff.
The baby. The baby.
He a grown man too.
I know. I never get those names. The baby.
But Babyface, listen, still called Babyface.
Hey, Babyface was a baby when he came up with that, right? So, and by the way, I just want to go back to COVID real quick because I was reading in the New York Times that Germany is planning on doing their booster shots in September.
Oh.
Why are we going to let other people beat us to health? I'm waiting for my booster shot. I'm lining up.
I mean, I know we're going to get there. I don't know why I know. I feel. Yeah.
See, my thing is anybody, and I know it's been approved for 12-year-olds, but anybody over 18 who doesn't have the shot, because I noticed in California, some of the restaurants are doing was it California or New York? Anyway, so this restaurant a couple of restaurants are going only vaccinated customers.
Did you see
So
the people that tried to get in somewhere, Harry, with the fake they tried to get into they're trying to go. They're trying to get into some place with the fake COVID, the thing.
yeah, the passport, COVID passport.
You know what the fine was, Harry?
What?
$20,000. I'm like, listen, you dummies. The vaccination is free.
And you know what's getting people caught? Those COVID cards that are being sold are much better than the ones being given at the doctor's office.
And I don't know why they think that they're gonna get away with that. You're right, Harry. They are bad.
Yeah, they're way better. It's like I've seen a couple of the counterfeits online, and it's like, I would feel like I'm the counterfeit because theirs looks so professional compared to mine. So I'm like, no way you're gonna get through with this. This just looks too clean, too professional. But I guess that's the thing now.
$20,000 fine.
Yep.
The vaccine is free.
Yeah, it is.
And they'll give you the card for free.
So my mother-in-law, who got the shot and was looking for her card, she lost the card, right? And we were thinking to ourselves, okay, she just doesn't want to get the second shot or anything, because she was took her so long to get the first shot and everything. But when my wife went over and she found the card.
I know she did. Karen's like, it's right here on the counter where you left it.
So she actually got the Johnson & Johnson, so she doesn't need the second shot.
Oh my God. So she got everybody all worked up for nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, mama. Tu madre.
Yeah, so anyway, but thank God she has, it's like, relief.
Oh yeah, put your card up somewhere where you can get access.
Oh yeah, Karen already copied it, has a copy in our little safe here, and we have everything.
Playing. She's like, I ain't playing with you.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna come on, have me going crazy.
Yep.
Oh,
so
good.
Good.
I know. We had to show I had to show it in New York to get into the theater, outside theater at that. I had to show it. I had it. It's in my wallet. I was like, I'm gonna keep it in my wallet now. I was like, all right. $20,000 fine.
And I think people are gonna start going. Private businesses are gonna start going with vaccinated. Because it's like, and also they said that a lot of the restaurant goers want just only vaccinated locations so that they don't have to worry about the unvaccinated.
Yeah. So you see what's happening, Harry.
Yeah. So everybody needs to look at how where the needle is pointing. And I don't know.
You know what? This country loves to segregate anyway. You give them an issue to segregate out, and they're gonna run with it. So listen, now we got vaccinated, have and have nots. Oh yeah, it was Canada, Harry. Canada fines 2 travelers nearly $20,000 over false COVID information. The COVID vaccination is free, people, and the card they give you free.
Yeah.
20,000, and you know that Canada gonna shake you down. They're gonna drag you to the outpost. You're gonna pay that.
Yes, Canada, the Mounties don't play. They don't play.
They don't play, Harry. They was flying. Two Canada fines. Canada fines 2 idiots traveling from the U.S. for faking their vaccine status.
Oof.
And they have fake documents, Harry. I'm like, y'all are stupid. That the vaccines are free, and the card they give you is free.
I was reading a story about Canada, and a big bust happened. It was a couple of years ago, but I was actually reading it the other day of them. There was a a criminal organization there making guns out of fake guns. They managed to, you know what an air gun is,
Yes.
right? So the air guns that were being sold only were a couple of parts away from a real gun. So
And they like, hey.
Yeah, they figured it out, and they were actually manufacturing ghost guns on their streets.
Oh my God. That's like the cookbook, Harry, that you can buy that you don't start from scratch. You start from an already done product. You just add to it.
Yeah. And the thing is that they sell the parts. I'm always like, wait a minute. So you can't buy a gun online, but you could buy the parts to to actually create your own gun. Okay, I don't get it. You know why? And then YouTube has the instructions to everything.
Everything. You can make whatever you want. Listen,
Yeah.
you can make a bomb. There's bombs, Molotov cocktails. You can do all that stuff.
Yep. So
Because
it's like
freedom of information, right?
it's crazy. So
but if you get caught,
and Canada's laws are like,
because when you stand in a court of law, they're not going to say, "Well, you just had pieces of a gun." They're gonna be like, "You had a gun, and you're going to jail."
Yeah, you had a gun. You had a gun. So it is interesting. I mean, so many criminals who are creative, who can make money without having to be criminals. I never get it. You're geniuses. And you get into crime.
Well, that's the Marvel universe, Harry. People using their talents for evil, and then some superhero has to come back and beat you back because you don't want to do the right thing.
Yeah, it's like the money launderers who are so gifted at numbers, and instead of putting that money into the market, no, I'm just gonna steal money.
A lot of it.
Much easier.
I'm not taxed. Do what I want.
And I bet that's it right there. The tax thing motivates people to be criminals.
Oh my God. Speaking of which, I'm gonna buy me a lottery ticket today, Harry. I just feel like I need to. I never buy I want to buy one of those $30 scratch offs, Harry. I'm too nervous because that's like too much money. Like I just feel like, but I watched somebody talk about they went in a little convenience store and they spent $30 on a scratch off and they won $1 million. I was like, what?
You know, I never think I want too much money. I don't want to win a little bit of money. I want to win too much money. I only jump in when the pot is over 200 million. That's when I jump in. That's when I call Karen. Buy a Powerball ticket on your way home. Other than that,
I don't mind. I'll play for $1 million, Harry. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I think I have a better chance when it's like local and $1 million than I do with Powerball for 800,000 million. Right? Like, if I win that kind of money, I'd have to really get out of town fast.
Yeah, I wonder if Connecticut, you have to reveal that you won. I'm not sure if they have that law.
No, I think you do. You don't have to have your picture, but your name.
Oh, okay.
Those of us with middle names, we could just roll like that. Just saying.
Well, then that's the first thing I would do is go change my name.
After you get your check, though. I'll just get on a plane and go right to the continent. Ain't nobody gonna follow me to the continent. Except maybe Africans might do you in if they find out who you are. But that's unlikely because how would they know?
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at Australia today. They're shutting down.
They got a problem.
Oof. And I was like, man, because if one of the places I would really like to go is to Australia.
Harry, you couldn't survive that flight. What are you talking about?
I know.
I know it. Crack up.
The funny thing is that I wouldn't go to Australia because everything there kills you. So Yeah, so just thinking about that, I would never actually purchase the
And
ticket.
wasn't that England's prison outpost? Those people are descendants of the insane and the crazy and the criminal.
Yeah, it was England, Siberia.
No, I'm
So-
not doing that. I don't care how pretty it is.
Oh, but it's beautiful.
I know.
But you know, I could live through pictures.
There's equally prettier places closer to him. Although I would go for a visit. I don't want to live there, but I would go
Yeah.
for a visit, Harry. I would, and then you pop over to New Zealand. I mean, if you're on that side of the world, you might as well go to all the places. Fly over to New Zealand, which is equally far.
But
and
you know, it's like everything in Australia kills you. So I think even the butterflies kill you over this. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right, Harry.
Everything's
There's
poisonous.
too many things you got to watch out for. I
Yeah.
was like, what? What?
Yeah.
I was like, and why would I want to? I need military presence just at my house to keep me from being killed from all the things.
Yeah.
Like not people, the things, the animals and the insects. No, thank you. No, thank you. All right, we gotta go. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow. I think Dr. Brown might be our 9:30 guest.
All right.
But I know Gorman is on for Film Fest, New Haven Docs.
See you
Deuces,
tomorrow.
everybody.
Hi, this is Babz Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.